my family. But when I have a problem about serious matter, I don't want to discuss with my family. I usually call and ask my best friend.
Okay. So I think when we share something with our friends and family, I think not everything, right? Like there are only a few things that we will share to them, and mostly sometimes we keep some things to ourselves. Okay, next question. Do you often give advice to your friends and your family? Is your advice really helpful to them?
Yes, I do. I sometimes I often give advice to my friends and my family, and I don't know if it really helpful to them, but I hope I can help something for something to them.
Okay. So, of course, we would love to help our friends, especially when they are in trouble. So
Yeah,
maybe giving advice would help them a lot, especially if you've been through the same thing, right? Like,
yeah,
oh, I have been through same like that. Maybe this is what I did, and it helped me. Maybe it could help you too. Okay, word power, giving advice. Okay, advice.
advice.
Every time I have a problem, I always ask my best friend for some good advice.
Every time I have a problem, I always ask my best friend for some good advice.
Accept.
Accept.
You have to accept that your job is very boring. It doesn't make you happy at all.
You have to accept that your job is very boring. It doesn't make you happy at all.
Okay? Complain.
Complain.
My wife always complains that I don't take good care of her.
My wife always complains that I don't take good care of her.
Okay. Worry.
Worry.
Sometimes I worry a lot about my children's future. I never want them to be sad or unhappy.
Sometimes I worry a lot about my children's future. I never want them to be sad and unhappy.
Okay. Explain.
Explain.
The teacher explained the lesson carefully to the students.
The teacher explain the lesson carefully to the students.
Mistake.
Mistake.
My boss was very angry at the mistake I made on the report.
My boss was very angry at the mistake I made on the report.
Patient.
Patient.
My husband is a very patient person. He is always waiting for me every time we go shopping.
My husband is a very patient person. He is always waiting for me every time we go shopping.
Alright, so next slide, practice making sentences. So make the sentences with the words and phrases that you have learned. Okay, number one, advice.
Um, Advice. You should listen to You should listen to the advice of the elder.
Very good. Number 2, accept.
Accept. It's so difficult for us to accept your offer.
Very good. Number 3, complain.
Complain. You should call uh, customer service and complain about it.
Okay, very good. Number 4, worry.
Mm, uh, you don't need worry about my health. Um, I only need uh, I only I only need to take a rest.
Okay, very good. Number 5, explain.
Explain. Mm, it's difficult uh, to explain about uh, to it's so difficult to explain this problem to beginners.
Okay, very good. Number 6, mistake.
Mistake. Um, I make a mistake. Uh, I mess. I really regret uh, about my mistake.
Again, Miss Tam.
I really regret about
Oh,
my
regret.
mistake.
Okay, I really regret my mistakes.
Yeah.
Okay, that's how you say it, okay? Number 7, patient.
Patient. Mm, she is patient with young children.
Okay, very good. She is patient with young children. Okay, so next slide, structure of the day. Ask for advice. Okay, so when you ask for advice, this is how you do it. Sometimes you say your problem or the things that bothers you. Okay, and you ask them, what should I do? Or do you have any advice for me? Okay, so these are the two ways to ask an advice. Okay, next. If you give an advice, on the other hand, after listening to someone else's problem, you say, I think you should, or I think you shouldn't. Okay, or you'd better. So, for example, you'd better make friends with her, or what about buying some flowers for her so her mood would lighten up and uh, she will forgive you. Okay.
Yeah.
So decline to give advice. Okay. So if you think the situation doesn't apply to you, or maybe the situation she gave you or the problem that your friend told you is very sensitive that you don't want to give any comment. You can say, I'm afraid I can't help you with that. Or you should say, I wish I could help you. Sometimes you can say, I don't know what to say. I've never experienced the same situation, and I'm afraid if I give you advice, it will mislead you. Okay. So next, structure of the day practice. Okay. So let's look at the picture and describe what's happening in the picture and say that have you ever been in the same situation? Okay, so the first picture, what can you see in the picture? The first one?
Yeah, the first one, people lining up to withdraw money on ATM.
Have you ever been in the same situation?
Yes, I have
I think we all are. We all did. Like,
yeah,
especially if it's payday. The line in the ATM machine is very long. You need to be
yeah,
patient.
yes.
Okay. Next picture.
Um, Picture one, I think he ate life and he he tried to run after a car.
hmm So he's catching a bus.
Yes, yes,
Yes, he
maybe.
was left. He was left by the bus. So have you
Yeah.
ever been in the same situation?
No, I haven't. I usually um okay. I usually on time.
Okay. So do you often ride a bus?
No. When I am a I am a student. Sometimes I went to school by bus, but now I don't.
Okay. So next picture, the guy in the printer.
Yeah. Um. Uh. I think the printer have a problem, and he tried to handle it.
Yeah. So have you ever been in the same situation?
Yes, I have, and
Yeah.
I will call um support department to handle it.
Yeah. So it's pretty common. It's a very common scenario, like the printer eating the paper.
Yeah,
And most of the time, we call the admin or the office personnel to fix it because if we were be forcing it out, it will become more broken.
yeah.
Okay, next picture, the last one.
The last one. Some people talk. Some people are talking behind her back.
Yeah, so they are backbiting.
Yeah.
Have you ever been in the situation of the one who is backbite in the picture? Or
Yes,
have
I
you
think.
been a backbiter?
Yes, I think I have.
Yes. Did you experience both? I did. hmm Okay, next. Read the advice in the box. What can you give to the people in the picture? What advice can you give the people in the picture? Okay. So, what the
Mm,
first picture, what can you say?
yeah. The first picture, um, you should be patient. Patient.
Yes, be patient.
Yeah.
Okay, the next one.
The next, mm, um, learn from your mistake and ask for help.
Hmm. I think learn from your mistakes and accept the situation.
Yeah.
Accept that you are being left out of the bus.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Next, the printer guy.
Yeah. Um. Uh. Ask for help
Mm,
and or complain to someone.
yes, that is correct. The last one.
The last one. Don't worry about it or talk to a friend about it.
Yes, okay, very good. Next slide. Dialogue practice. So, who would you like to read? You want to be Mark or you would like to be Sam?
Mm, I will be Mark.
Okay, and I will be Sam. All right, let's start. What happened, Mark? You look very worried today.
Yes, tomorrow I have an important interview, so I worry a lot now. I even couldn't sleep well last night.
Oh my God, don't worry. You need to relax, Mark.
I know, but I don't know what to do. Do you have any advice for me?
Did you prepare anything for the interview?
I read about the company and prepare the answers to questions they might ask.
Okay, that's good. There's nothing to worry about. You should be more confident and everything's gonna be fine.
Okay, I will try that.
Yes, and remember to wear formal clothes on the interview.
Sure, thanks, Sam. You're so nice.
You're welcome. Okay,
Yeah.
so next role play situation. You are worried about your family and your job. Okay, share with your friend and ask him or her for advice.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will be your friend and you are the one who are worried about your family and your job.
Yeah. Um, Hi, Gwen. Tomorrow I have uh, important report.
Mhm.
I worry a lot now. I even couldn't sleep well at last night.
Oh, so are you reporting to a lot of people?
Yes, very a lot of people, and um, I will report there.
Okay. So have you prepared all the materials that you're going to present to them?
Yes, I done carefully and prepare, and I also prepare answers to question they might ask me.
Mm. Okay, so I don't think you need to worry a lot. I think the best thing you could do today is to rest before your presentation and take away all your negative thoughts so that you would be able to focus on your presentation. Don't worry, as long as you have prepared for it, I don't think there's a reason for you to do negatively on that.
Yeah. Okay, I will try. When thank you so much.
You're welcome and good luck.
Thank you.
All right. So, discussion. Read the problems below. What advice would you give? Okay, letter A. My children don't listen to me. They make me really angry sometimes.
Yeah. Mm, Um, I think before you want to um, um,
Yes.
before you can expect your child to listen you, you should listen to them. You should stop everything and talk with them and uh, understand and solve problem of them.
Yeah. So, of course, children are very young, and they have a lot of things to discover. First, especially with themselves. And they wanted to play around, move around a lot, and do things differently than adults, because of course they wanted to explore a lot, because they didn't experience much, unlike us adult, that if we do things we know what will happen afterward. So children are not like that, and sometimes they don't want to listen to us because they wanted to insist on doing those stuff even if we say no, and then still they will do it. Or if we say no now, they will follow, and after a few minutes, few hours, they will do it again. So those are nature of kids and children. Okay, number two, I don't think my English is good at all.
Mm, I think that's not a big problem. You should need to inculcate the habit of reading, listening, reading, and speaking. Um, you you should start up with a random topic every day and don't apply up uh, talking with foreigner.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So we Asians are ESL speakers. So English is our second language. It is not our native tongue. And it is normal that our English is not perfect because we did not have English as our primary language. So there are a lot of techniques that you can do to make your English better. As what you
Yeah,
have said, yeah, you can watch movies and read the English subtitles. That's one of the really good tip that I could give you. So you will give tips to your friend on how to improve her English. Okay, letter C. I want to surprise my wife on her birthday, but I don't know what to do.
yeah. I think there are many ways to do, but uh, they have one way to do this. Um, uh, is to collect photographs about her life, such as her graduation updates, her graduation days. Um, you 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 two got married and um, your her child childhood childhood image. I think she will fun when she see about them.
Yeah. So, well, as a woman, we know a lot of things that makes us happy. So, if we share what we think are the things that will make a woman happy to someone who wanted to surprise the woman of her life, then we could give him a lot of advice. So first, maybe you could give her flowers. Who wouldn't want flowers,
Yeah.
right? Chocolates. Maybe you could give her a piece of jewelry if you really
Yeah.
want it to be special. Maybe you can cook dinner for her. Special
Mm.
dinner, candlelight dinner. That's very romantic. So, women are simple. We just wanted something romantic. And after that, we will be very, very happy.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, next. I don't like my job now. It makes me very stressed. Okay, I'm curious. What would you say to your friend if somebody says that to you?
Yeah. You should look for the reason you don't like, and what do you want to change. If you really don't like your job, uh, look for another job and quit as soon as possible, because you could you you should never you should never work a job that doesn't make you happy.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so of course we don't want our friend to uh, quit her job and become jobless for a little while. We don't want to give that kind of advice. So maybe if you don't like your job, find a motivation. Like find a really good reason to stay on your job. And of course, if I will be that friend, okay? And of course, don't if you wanted to quit your job, if you really think it's really not the job for you, if you're really just being forced to go there, before you actually quit your job, just look for another one first. So
Yeah.
you won't there won't be any vacant time for you to don't have a job. Job is a very important part of our life. Okay, letter E. My wife is not happy when I go home late after drinking with my friends. Mm.
Mhm.
This is a
Yeah.
very cheesy topic. I think you can give a really good advice for this.
Yeah. You should say to her about your practice, and say exactly when you will be back. Don't let her worry and wait you every day.
Mm. Yeah, so no wife will be very happy when you go home late. All wives get angry if you do that.
Yeah.
So, if I have a friend and tell me this, I should tell him that um, you should stop doing that if you wanted your marriage to work out, because those are the things that makes wife really furious. If you don't want to be in trouble, then go home early after work and spend time with your family.
Yeah.
All right, next. Discussion. Think of problems you and your friends have for each topic. Discuss with your teacher the best advice for the problem and write them down in charts. Okay.
Yeah.
Family.
mm, Problem is uh, uh, child of my friend usually don't get ready get ready to go to school in every morning.
Mm. So what's your advice? Oh, my advice. I will give the advice, right?
um, advice. Um, I think instead of yelling, uh, she should listen to their reason and then say and show the problem of them.
Mm, okay. So next is school.
School. Uh, some friends look very fun with me, but they usually thought behind my back.
Mm, okay. So what advice would you give if you were to give advice to yourself?
Mm, some advice: don't care about them. Have a continue have a fun with your true friend.
Mm, okay. So few friends who are okay is better than a lot of friends who are not okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Work. What about work?
Work. My work is so busy and stressed. I'm really so tired.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what advice would you give to yourself?
Yeah. Uh, I think I should talk this problem with my boss, and uh, I hope he support me to share my work to others.
Okay. So, I suggest you should also take a break. And I think if your workload is too heavy, you should also talk to your boss.
Yeah.
Okay. Relationships.
Relationship. My problem. My boyfriend usually usually have a long business trip, and we don't have a lot of time to meet.
Mm-hmm. So, you don't have too much time for each other.
Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your advice to yourself?
Mm, advice. Uh, I I I we we will try to arrange once a week or once a month to make uh, to have a dinner and talk something
Mm,
to understand each other.
yeah. So, just make time for each other and also don't ignore your communication. You should always communicate with each other.
Yeah,
So, even if you don't see each other much often, it's okay because you're also talking from the phone or maybe on social media.
yeah.
Okay, next, money.
Honey,
Everybody wants to be rich.
yeah. During my work, I did I didn't sell much money, and I don't remember what I spent on it.
Mm. Especially if there's a sale when you go out of the office and you pass by a store and
Yeah.
there's a sale. And
Yeah.
after that, you're going to ask yourself, where did all the money go? What happened?
Yeah.
And due date is approaching. Okay, next slide. All right, so summary. Okay. So what have we learned today? So today we have learned about giving advices, accept. Okay, can you read the vocabulary, Miss Tam?
Yeah. Advice, accept, complain, worry, explain, mistake, patient.
Okay, so these are the words that are related to giving advices. And also the structure, asking for and giving advice. So the phrases that we used when we ask for advice, and the phrases that we also use in when we give an advice. Okay, so role play. We shared. You shared some of your um, problems and give advices as well. So discussion. You gave a pretty good advice for yourself. So I think we're already okay. So I think we're already also time. So do you have any questions before we end the class?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right. So today's class we had two topics. Okay. So see you on